I feel like this is a conversation that we have all the time. You can tell from the thumbnail and the banner that this conversation is going to be about James Houston. And is he indeed on the roster bubble? Now, you guys know I've not been the biggest fan of James Houston. I think he has one bag of tricks. His bag is full of one trick, and that is rushing the passer. From my observation, if James Houston cannot run past you, if he cannot get by you with speed, he is going to get hemmed up. Okay, he went out last year, came back in, was a non-factor in pretty much every game he was in. And after that initial hype, I can't even believe that people were saying that this 6th-round pick was better than the 2nd overall pick, Aiden Hutchinson. James Houston, now you can say he was hurt last year, so he didn't get to show his full talent, right? He didn't get to kind of back up that fantastic rookie year of 2022. While that may be true, I don't think he was going to have the same year that he had in 2021. If my memory serves me correctly, I think he got 8 sacks in 7 games. Aiden Hutchinson ended his rookie year with 9.5. James Houston sacked the same quarterback either 4 or 5 times. So more than 60% of his 8 sacks were on the same quarterback. He got to Josh Allen twice. I believe he sacked Justin Fields multiple times as well, right? But everybody was coming into 20, and I have been talking about this for a long time. Specifically, I'm thinking about the Kansas City Chiefs game. I was in the stands, so obviously I couldn't see from where I was at. But when I came back and I watched some of the game on playback, James Houston was getting manhandled by the offensive line. You got to remember, those guys are 275, 300 plus. 300 plus. And I specifically remember, I think James was lined up on the right side. So the quarterback's left. So, but they're right. And he tried his little pass rush move. And I don't know if it was Jawan Taylor or whoever it was, just had him. And he was like, you know, you ever seen them little kids where you hold at arm's length and they're trying to get to you? That's what James Houston looked like against a 300 plus pound lineman. So I have never hated on James Houston. I did not call him James Smith. James Houston. I've never hated on James Houston. I was never caught up in the whirlwind that is James Houston. From the very beginning, and I don't know if it's because I saw the documentary with Coach Prime or whatever, but I just was like, and I'm looking at this. You are a 6th-round pick, so you're going uphill. You're fighting uphill. You don't even make the team. You get on the practice squad. So that's another kind of sign there. Even Malcolm Rodriguez, the pick, I want to say Malcolm was picked before James, but they were both taken in the 6th round. Malcolm makes the team. James get put on the practice squad. So that's a sign there. Those 2 things are signs. He comes in and blows everybody away with instantly sacking Josh Allen. And I think because of that, people got caught up in his ability and what he could have become. Now, James Houston, is it possible that he's on the bubble? I think it's been possible for a while that James Houston could be on the bubble, especially with the undrafted guys that we brought in, right? So here's my thing. Is he going to do enough in order to make the 53-man roster? He could still go on the practice squad, but is he doing enough to make the 53-man roster? Now, according to PFF, I did try to find this information. I don't know if you have to pay for it, but people were in the comment section were telling me that James Houston was the lowest graded Detroit Lion or on defense on the field. And I can't verify that because I haven't seen it for myself, but that's what I've been told, is that he was the lowest graded either lineman or defender or period Detroit Lion. And I don't hang by what PFF says. I think their numbers are funny to me, but still, whatever formula they used, he was the lowest. That's not a good thing. Now, shout out to Justin Rogers. The Detroit Football Network no longer works for the Free Press, but doing his own thing and is doing it and doing it well. Here's what he had to say, his thoughts on James Houston. Says, James Houston as an off-ball defender isn't progressing quickly enough. The third-year player looked lost at times, especially when contrast against more experienced veterans like Jalen Reeves-Maybin and Ben Neiman, who is a guy that I'm like, will he even make the team? For what it's worth, I thought the latter performed well and strengthened his roster case. The latter, this guy here, not, well, this guy is the former, but the latter, Ben Neiman, who I saw out there as well. So what does that mean for James Houston? What does that mean? Does that mean that Houston may have a problem? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I really couldn't help myself. But is James Houston on the bubble? Now, according to this article here, they don't think he's on the bubble yet, but he could be. If you don't think he's on the bubble yet, that means he's on the bubble. Like the fact that we're talking about a guy on the bubble, Khalif Raymond, not on the bubble, right? It pains me to say this, Broderick Martin, not on the bubble. The investment, too much of an investment, even though he played well. He played well on Thursday. But if you are talking about you're potentially, like you're heading toward the bubble, you're pretty much on the bubble. So here's my thing. With all of the competition that James Houston has, do you think he makes the team? He has 2 more opportunities to prove himself. On top of that, he has a bone knee bruise that could affect his play if it doesn't keep him out. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, man. James Houston, nicknamed The Problem, took the world by storm in 2022 and disappeared after that. And it's hard because his second year, we didn't really get to see it. He went out, was done the majority of the year, and in my opinion, he came back and did nothing, right? So year 2 is kind of a wash. Year 3, where are we at, right? So let me know your thoughts, man. Do you think James Houston's on the bubble from what you saw on Thursday compared to Nate Lynn and Isaac Unkwoo and all those other guys really, really fighting for a roster spot? I don't think James Houston has any room for error at all. At all. So let me see. Now, it will be kind of funny if he doesn't make the team. I will take an L on Matthew Betts. If Matthew Betts doesn't make the team, and James, I did say, though, in one of my videos that it's potential that neither one makes the team. I said it was less likely, but if both of these guys don't make the team, but I will say I will take an L because Matthew Betts has been a non-factor. I haven't seen his name mentioned anywhere. I will take an L on Betts, but I'll also take a W on James Houston. Remember, man, y'all was like, there's no way James Houston is it. So, the difference between y'all and me is I put my opinion out there. That's it. So we all get stuff wrong and right. But I just my opinion is out there for the world to see. So let me know your thoughts on James the Problem Houston. Do you think after what you saw, he makes the team based on his abysmal PFF grade, the assessment from Justin Rogers, and the fact that not sure he was coming in the highest of regards when it comes to Dan Campbell? I don't know. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. Hit that notification so you can get the notifications of our live streams if YouTube continues to send them out.